Alright guys, what it do? It's your boy Exia back with another video, and in today's video I just gotta say I finally did it. I crossed a milestone in my investment portfolio. When I initially set out, it was my overall goal is to get the create a portfolio that's six figures. I know it may not be a lot to a lot of people, like Stephen Graham and all these big shots, but to me, I've never had that much money ever. But that's my initial goal. But of course, you gotta set little small baby goals to reach that big goal. And my small baby goal that I set out to do was get to 5K. And I gotta say I made it. You heard me. Alright guys, so today's video we're going to talk about just pretty much how I got here. How did I get to my first 5K in my portfolio? What I buy? How much was I putting in? The stocks I bought? Let's just go ahead and hop into it. Alright, if we hop into the Robinhood app here, I'm going to go over into where it says transfers. And pretty much I started fully investing on February 11, I made my first deposit. It was just $44, as you can see. And from there, on February 20, I made my second deposit, which was $150. And then on March 2nd, I made a $2,000 deposit. And then March 9th, I made a $250. March 16th, I made a $500. March 17th, a $75 deposit. March 20th, $250 deposit. And on March 25th, I made a $600 deposit. And then April 3rd, I also deposited $250. And I do have one current deposit happening now from my April 9th deposit, which is $250. And what that is, these are just all deposits. I actually deposit money from my accounts to Robinhood to fund my portfolio. Now, I take $250 out of each one of my paychecks, and I invest in the Robinhood. So it's roughly like $500 a month, unless it's a special month, and then I make it paid 3 times a month, but it's very rare. So most likely, I just do $500 a month, and if I have some excess money, when I'm able to fully knock out some more of my bills, I throw a little extra in there here and there. But my overall idea is to just make sure I put at least $250 per paycheck in there. But I do most likely end up putting more, but $250 is my base, so $500 a month. And what I personally did, like I said, this here is my portfolio. I'm sitting there at roughly about $5,340, and for the actual day, today I made $34.48, and after hours I went up an extra $30. For the week, I'm up $618. For the month, I'm up $1,295. Over the past 3 months, I'm up $971. Over the course of the last, this year or whatever, I'm up $971. And overall, I'm just up $1,198. And like I said, I do make sure I strictly fund my account every 2 weeks and set out to buy stocks that produce dividends, and the ones that I think are worthy, and they're gonna always pay out. Try my best. And like I said, I watch a couple people. Andrew, the Magic of Finance. He has a great portfolio. I look at what he do. I also look at the guy. What's his name? Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bruce Wayne. That's his name. I got you. But pretty much, I look at these guys and see what they're buying, and I determined for myself, and I look it up like that. I have a video I posted where I show you guys legitly how I go about picking my dividends, what website I use to look up the information. Like I said, I have most definitely link that video in the description. or up here. Yeah, I think it should be right up initial area here. But it's pretty much, you have to do it and you have to stick. It's like a gym membership. It was just working out in general. Once you start, you must continue to do it just so you can actually see a profit, so you can see the end result. And even when the market's down, I buy. Even when the market's high, I buy. I just try to keep a steady stream of just investing into it, and over time, it grew into this. Like I said, and it's only been 2 months. 2 months, and I've already reached the 5K. And like I said, I truly believe in about another. Even with the market like going to crap, give me probably, I don't know, 3-4 months. Hopefully I can reach 10K. But like I said, that's my goal. Like I always try to invest no matter what. And pretty much the stocks that I invested in is, if you see right here, I have 20 shares of Main Street Capital. They're selling for $25.42 right now. I do have 20 shares. I bought my shares roughly around $22. So I'm if you see right here where it says total return, and today's total return, my total return for the 20 shares that I bought, I'm actually up 66 cents. So like I said, I did buy mine when it was a little lower. It is slowly growing up, and yeah, it is a dividend stock. The yield is pretty good on it, and I know they do pay out monthly. So that's something like a lot of people look for monthly. If I'm not mistaken, they pay out 0.20 cent. So it's 20 cent, 20 cent per one share. So I may look into getting more of them, but as of right now, 20 will suffice. I want to make sure I can grab a couple of the other shares first before I start redipping back into it. And also, my main stock that I have the most of is OKE, which is one OK. Yes. Yeah, so I pretty much got 100 shares of this. I bought all of mine around $20. And like I said, right now they're hovering around $29.34. My total return for this is $872. Which is awesome. Like I said, a lot of people recommend that you buy, but I don't know how I actually came across this stock. I was just Googling, good dividend stocks and how to look them up, like what am I looking for, and it was saying like, make sure the dividend is good, make sure they have growth, and I just scanned the interwebs like for the longest possible, just looking up genuinely good stocks. But I wanted something that was like low, like less than 25. Like I said, at the time it was less than 25. But when I actually clicked on it, right before the market actually crashed. So I started around February 7th. If you can see, around that time, this stock was worth $75. And due to the market dropping, due to the virus or whatever, you can see that stock is just hovering around 72, 70, 67, 60, and it just plummets some fears all the way down to $30. Like I said, I didn't catch it when it first plummeted. I caught it like right around here. Whoa, I wish I would have caught it there, right? I caught it like right around here somewhere. And I ended up getting around 20. And like I said, the stock is slowly, gradually boosting itself back up over time. And that's initially what helped my portfolio really jump. So, like I said, make sure you always buy when it's low. That's like something that's very important. Like whether it's low, whether it's extremely high, just make sure you always buy. It's sounds like some type of radio commercial. Whether it's extremely low or extremely high, just make sure you always buy. Alright, bro, chill out. I got 20 shares of ExxonMobil. The ticker symbol is XOM. Right now they're around $43.50. I did buy them a lot lower. I bought them when they was hovering, as you can see, around $39.56 is how much I bought them for. Like I said, my total return on that is like $78, which is great. I like it. They are also a dividend stock. They pay out like 82 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on it, but I try to remember as much as I can as far as how much they actually pay out. But my next stock I have is Enterprise Products, and it's about $16.90. I bought mine around 16.87, so not that too far off. My total return for the day is only 60 cents. So I did just recently buy this one. So hopefully it do good. I did want to add it to my portfolio because I heard it has a good return. I heard they've been actually doing it. A lot of people actually recommend you buy it. So I hopped on the bandwagon. Why not? And also my last 20 shares will have to go to Iron Mountain. Like I said, the shares are running about $26.24 a day. I bought mine at like roughly around $25.99. So I got like a good $5 return, as you can see. And like I said, a lot of people did recommend this one. The reason I ended up buying this one is because I think it's somebody I watched on YouTube that influenced me to actually purchase this one, because I was looking into getting AT&T. But I wanted like 50 shares of AT&T, and I didn't have the funds for it yet. So I was like, why save up the funds? I would just purchase this. Beat the Bush, right? If you know Beat the Bush, he also does YouTube series about personal finances and everything. I really strongly recommend checking his channel out. But he initially was talking about Iron Mountain, which led me to look into it, which led me to end up buying 20 shares of it. So that's just pretty much my whole portfolio right now. Like I said, I have 20 of Iron Mountain with ticker symbol IRM. I have 20 shares of ticker symbol EPD. And I have 20 of ticker symbol XOM, which is Exxon Mobil. And I have OKE, which I have 100 of, and I have Maine, which is all another 20. So this pretty much my whole entire portfolio right now. I did do a lot of selling and trading in the midst of getting to this point, because at one point I did have 100 shares of SPHD, and when they jumped to the point where I made like I think I made like probably almost like a $200 profit from SPHD, I ended up selling all of them in return to get my OKE, and that's when OKE was around the $20 mark, and I ended up buying 100 of them, and then that stock ended up jumping like $9 or $10, which return gave me an even bigger boost. So although I am doing dividends, for those two, I roughly was just growth trading, because I felt, I ain't gonna say I know, I'm not a Warren Buffett or anything, but I really expected OKE to jump. So I'm gonna get in on it, and I did, and luckily it did. There was also another one that I was looking at that I knew was gonna jump. It was the National Health Investors. If you guys look at that share, I want to say right when the market was crashing. It was one day, I want to say one day last week, if I'm not mistaken. The National Health Investor, which is ticker symbol NHI, it's roughly right now it's like around $55. It's normally pretty high before the market crash, but it was roughly around $37. And I had just bought my OKE shares, and I literally did not have any more money at the time. And I almost activated the Robinhood Gold just to do the merge, just so I could buy 100 shares of it at the time, because I knew it was gonna jump. But I'm not big on investing with borrowed money if it's not. So I was just like, not gonna do it. If the opportunity presents itself, once I get my money up, I will definitely do it. And like I said, that stock jumped from $37 all the way up to $55, and I really wish I would have just said screw it, did it, but I didn't. So, but that is another stock that I'm personally interested in. It's ticker symbol NHI. I'm most definitely gonna get on that one. So like my ideals for like the next, probably pretty much to the end of the year, I want to get at least 50 shares of NHI. I want to get at least 10 to 15 shares of 3MM. And I want 20 shares of, I think it's Johnson & Johnson I'm also looking at. And I still want to get some shares of AT&T. Those are the main ones I'm looking at. So that would be ticker symbol NHI, which is National Health Investors. Johnson & Johnson, 3M. Just name one more for you guys. I forgot it. My brain. But pretty much those are the ones that I'm mainly interested in as far as my goal to gain more. I was looking at a lot of people's portfolio and they just have like a gazillion stocks. Like Andrew, the Magic of Finance, his portfolio rough sits around, I think when I watched this video, it was like 100 stocks. I don't want to own that many stocks, as in diversified. No, I don't want to have 100 individual stocks. I just want to have about, I don't know, at the most 10, but I want to have a significant amount of those 10. You know what I'm saying? So I want to have, if I have 10, I want to have like 200 of each, or something up to that magnitude. And I want them to be, shares that really grow, some that really stick to their dividends. So that's my overall thinking, what I plan on doing. I just want to get no more than 10 and really just get as many shares of those 10 as I can. I know people say, hey, diversify. I mean, I have every intent to, but this mainly what I'm interested in, me personally, for my own portfolio. I just want to get those 10 and get as many as I can. And I know out of those 10, I already had like 4. So it's like 3 or 4 more I named for you guys. The last, whatever left after the ones that I named, which would be, I want T-Mobile, I want Johnson & Johnson, 3M, NHI. I want all of these, and then after I get these, I still want to get some more SPHD, and then after that, I want to get some of the Vanguard VOOs. And these, out of all of these ones, I'm just going to pretty much just dump my money in, get this one to 30, get that one to 30, then get the next one to 30, then get the next one to 40, on and so forth, and just until I get to the point where my portfolio is sitting at 6 figures. I just mainly want to focus and like I said, I wouldn't recommend everybody doing it. I mean, I see a lot of people saying diversify. A better way to diversify, like I said, would be to stick to index funds, whether it's VOO, SPHD, some ETFs. I mean, you can also invest in those. Like I said, I'm not saying what I'm doing is the proper way to do it, or like follow me, everyone, I guide you to richness. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying what my ideology is and what my plan is and what I'm going to do. It may not be for everybody, it may not be for nobody but me, but that's the way I'm doing. So just like I said, I try to tell you guys every time at the end of my video, make sure you guys go out and do your own research, double check, triple check, quadruple check, and then go to sleep, wake up, and then check your information one more time. I mean, it's very important that at the end of the day, it's a you decision. Don't base your decision off other people's decision. Even if you do base your decision off another person's decision, at least do your own research so you can feel comfortable that you made the decision, even though the other person influenced you to do so. At least at the end of the day, it was still your decision. But pretty much, guys, that's the end of my video. Just want to make sure I caught you guys up on my dividend portfolio. Extremely excited about it. Can't wait to see what it turns to in a couple more months. We'll definitely keep you guys updated. And like I said, if you guys are interested in getting into investments, I strongly recommend using Robinhood. It is a platform I use. I will leave my link in the description. If you sign up through my link, it is completely free, and you and I both will get a stock. And that stock can be, what you need to help you into your investing career. So if you get it, if you use it, strongly recommend it. Like I said, there's also another platform which will be Webull. I also have one of those. I don't use it as much as Robinhood because I'm just used to Robinhood, really, pretty much. But like I said, I will leave the Webull link also in the description. So check those out, guys, if you really want to get into investment. I strongly recommend it. But it's your boy Exia, and I'm out.